Hello, people of YouTube land, and hello to those that are part of the former Cringe Crew community members' discords. Is that more accurate?
Yeah, I'll take that.
As you can see, this is a work in progress since these guys decided to do their own fucking thing. While in the middle of this shit. But anyway, and also to the people who follow Ted and I on Twitch, and hello to whoever's listening to this on Spotify or wherever we decide to put this on. I am Traductus.
And I'm Ted.
And this is the movie review podcast. Not really. I'm just going to come up with different freaking names until one sticks.
I like that one, dude. That was good. That one, I'm curious to hear what else you got, but that one might stick, dude. I like that one a lot. Oh shit!
Well, you have to find out the next episode because I only have one other.
Okay, perfect.
Where we take a director's filmography and review each movie one by one, and go over the background info of it and talk about what we like and dislike about the movie. And we are still covering Sam Raimi, and oddly enough, we are covering For the Love of the Game. So, starring Kevin Costner in another goddamn baseball movie. For the Love of the Game was released on September 17th, 1999, and had a budget of $50 million. However, only had a box office return of $46.1 million, meaning that this movie lost money.
Checks out.
Yeah.
Checks out.
This movie did get mixed reviews, so it's not critically it was terrible or anything, but
Kevin Costner baseball movie. You've seen it before.
Yeah. Is what it is. As saying, Kevin Costner's in this as the main character. We also have Kelly Preston, the late wife of John Travolta, is in this as the love interest. John C. Reilly's in this. Jenna Malone, Joe Lisi, Brian Cox, who Ted knows him as.
Do I know Brian Cox? Shit. Oh, fucking Brian Cox. The name didn't click for me, dude. He's the uncle in The Ringer. And he's nothing else. He is simply the uncle in The Ringer, dude. Every movie, every TV show, everything he's ever in, he just wants to rig the Special Olympics for money.
And then we have J.K. Simmons, otherwise also known as
J. Jonah Jameson, dude. J. Jonah Jameson.
Also, in addition, playing themselves, we have sportscasters Vin Scully, Steve Lyons, and Bob Shepard. But anyway, we're going to go right into background even more so, and then Ted's going to go into the plot. Sidney Pollack was originally slated as the director, with Tom Cruise cast in the main role.
The visual of Tom Cruise throwing a fucking baseball sounds hilarious to me.
However, Armin Bernstein, the chief of Beacon Pictures, ended up getting Kevin Costner interested in the film. The studio wanted to keep the film's budget at $50 million, so Costner helped out by waiving his usual $20 million salary in exchange for a bigger percentage of the film's gross, and he was also given generous rights of final cut privilege to the film, normally only given to the producer or director, if anyone, in this. And he also got the approval of what director to pick. He ends up picking Sam Raimi. Raimi agreed to take on the film because he simply was moved by the screenplay. It was moving and simple, and I love baseball. And I thought it hadn't really been put on film, and I wanted to see it on the widescreen format. I thought that would be exciting for the audience, like being at a game. I get so excited by some baseball games. I wanted to see if I could put some of that into the picture, and I simply liked it and wanted to try something different. also the child version of Billy Chapel is also played by Kevin Costner. There's actually used footage from old home movies. Also, J.K. Simmons later joked the fact that he was only 9 days older than Kevin Costner. He still took the role of being cast as a 63-year-old. I didn't. That's shocking. I didn't realize because, like, literally, like J.K. Simmons looks old as shit.
He sure does.
I guess it's true. Kevin Costner just hasn't aged past 50. He just looked 50 years old his entire life. That being said, Costner was not given final cut because there was a stipulation on that. During post-production, a handful of lines had to be cut in order to prevent the film being given an R rating. And Kevin Costner objected to this, but he was overruled by Universal. His contract specified that he only had final cut privilege as long as the film was rated PG-13 and had a running time of less than 2 hours and 10 minutes. There was like a huge like complaint and stuff. Then Universal co-chairman Stacey Snyder stated, while agreeing with Kevin Costner that the cuts the Motion Picture Association demanded were unjust, Kevin's not the director, and it's not fair for him to hijack a $50 million asset. I realize this is very much about principle for Kevin, but principle doesn't mean that you never compromise. Our feeling is that we have backed the filmmaker, and his name is Sam Raimi, not Kevin Costner. And Raimi said, while supporting Universal's he supported and agreed with Universal to make those cuts for the PG-13 rating. He sympathized with Costner's feelings and wished the lines could have been kept in without losing the PG-13 rating. And that's all I got, so we'll get into plot.
All right. The plot is Kevin Costner's wife is fucking leaving, and then he pitches a baseball game and tracks her down in an airport like a sappy fucking 90s sports romance movie. That's and it's a Kevin Costner baseball movie. You've seen it before. It's fine. It's a pretty simple plot. Pretty simple plot.
So I guess we'll get into likes and dislikes.
All right. There are moments of this that I very much enjoy. The baseball element of things, I very much enjoy the fact that it was defensive instead of offensive, but that's me being a baseball nerd, so I'm going to move on from that quickly. Second, the only person that they cared about looking like they've ever played sports before was Kevin Costner. Look, his pitching motion was very fluid. He also probably threw like 25 miles an hour with that motion because, you know, he's fucking Kevin Costner. The fun parts of this for me, the first like I actually care about, is the fact that like everybody looked goofy and like they've never played baseball before. Watching John C. Reilly sometime in the 7th inning throw off his fucking mask and track down a fly ball looks like he's never stood on 2 feet before, and they also put catcher's gear on him, and it's funny as hell. Nobody knows how to swing a bat properly. The ump just looks confused behind the fucking catcher. Like, it's so fucking stupid, and I adore the fact that they genuinely realized, throw a baseball every once in a while, we don't give a shit, right? I appreciated that they used the fucking Yankees because, you know, fuck them. Yankees. Right, exactly, dude. Like,
here's the thing. We are fans of teams that aren't even in the same fucking, not only division, but in the same league.
Right.
We have National League teams.
But anytime you watch the Yankees lose, it's good, even if it's scripted that way, right? Like, it's just funny as hell. It is simply hilarious. Still on the baseball theme, anytime you can ever hear Vin Scully narrate anything, it's fantastic. Like, I absolutely adore that man.
And I will give Bob Shepard, like, he does have like that iconic, you know, number 2, Derek Jeter, number 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say there are some like very iconic baseball voices in there that just like bring out that nostalgia. For content of the movie, I guess the love story is kind of like real, right? It's not like this hyper idealized, super surreal, over the top kind of romance that just doesn't fucking exist, right? There's turmoil, there's strife, there's confusion, there's like the logistics of them being in a relationship when he travels around the country for 6 months a year, right? Like there's some
very realistic.
I was gonna say, I mean, I think that there are obviously parts of it that are dramatized beyond the regular relationship, and I don't think they dive into anything so thoroughly that like you could really break it down as like a marriage counselor, for example, right? But like, right. I think that they do a pretty decent job of not making it like this, you know, picture perfect romance, you know, kind of thing like other movies have done in the past. I also want to give Raimi credit here, or whoever wrote the story, I guess, more than just crediting Raimi. I think that there is a very good blend between this is a baseball movie, this is a romance movie, and here's how the two things intertwine at certain times.
The screenplay was written by Dana Stevens, and it's based off of a novel of the same name, written by Michael Shara.
Like I said, I just think the way in which the movie flowed back and forth from the baseball to the love story meant that none of them were like neither half of it was dragging on long enough that you missed the other one, right?
Yeah, and to be honest, I like how this was like non-linear. You know, you'd have like it's like between each inning you would have the flashback of like the romance of how they met, and then how the romance just catches up to like where we are now. I think that was actually like really, really good way of storytelling.
Yeah. I think that there are also like pretty standard tropes, like she's trying to get out of town in an airport and the flight's delayed, so she's forced to watch his game kind of thing, you know, like
right.
I think for as corny as those things kind of are, I think that they were done in a subtle enough manner that they didn't drive you insane. Right. I don't know. Most of what I love about this movie is baseball, and the baseball is very minimal. So, I mean, you know.
I mean, I would say like how it's shot. Like I say Raimi does a good job at like, you know, like shooting a type of baseball game, even though it's not like, you know, completely accurate to baseball, but
yeah, no, I think the camera angles were decent. I think the cinematography was fine. I don't think it was like superb enough that it like, oh man, look how good this was, but I also like it wasn't bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something, if you watch this, you would definitely not think it was Sam Raimi.
There are some shots that like, yeah, okay, maybe. And the
maybe some with like the fastball shots, like the tracking shots with the fastball.
Well, and like also there are some points that like, especially in more recent movies, right? Like if you take Evil Dead out of the equation for what we've seen from Sam Raimi so far, like that, like we're really creating a profile shot and really like highlighting this person and isolating them from the scenery, right? Like I think that's been pretty common in more recent ones that we've watched from Raimi, and I definitely think that's like
you can even argue. You can even argue sometimes he does that with Evil Dead as well.
I think Evil Dead is the anomaly for that case, right? Like, not that it doesn't exist, but like it's much more profound in his other ones.
Right.
I mean, what was the one we watched last with the fucking don't conspire with fucking morons, right? Like
that is A Simple Plan.
Yeah, that one.
Not to be confused with the band.
Right. It's in A Simple Plan. Like there were so many shots that it's like, oh right, I forgot they're in the middle of the woods in the snow because they're too busy looking at the character, right? And like that's definitely a Raimi shot, right? And
yeah,
they do that really well. Like you forget you're in the middle of 40,000 fans in Yankee Stadium to, you know, look at Chappell talk to himself like a fucking insane person. You know what I mean? Like I think that it's still got a pretty Raimi feel, but I think the sports kind of take you out of the fact that it's Raimi. It's I don't know. It's shot okay. I wouldn't say that it's superb, but there's also definitely nothing I have to complain about.
Right.
What else you got for likes? Because I might rip this one apart.
I have nothing really else. Like you basically said the same thing I did. The only thing I could really add was like I liked the the non-linear storytelling.
Okay, fair enough. For dislikes, who cares? Right? Like I hate to make it that black and white, right? But like, I think that like there's sections of just like, okay, he's 7 innings into a perfect game. I don't care about this random woman's daughter that he may or may not be with at the end, except he's definitely going to be with her at the end because this is a love story and not a baseball movie, right? Like,
right.
I think then if you care about the love story, you're like, why are they distracting me with this bum-ass fucking baseball? What's a perfect game anyhow? Fuck this guy. I didn't even get to see one home run, right? Like who gives a shit, right?
I like how also they give background to like a whole bunch of different people that he's pitching against, except for like his rival. They're just like, yeah, he's a player of the Yankees and he's an asshole.
Well, no, and even
like, that's
shitty,
all they give.
And even
they don't even
too.
Give.
Even that's shitty too, because
exactly.
Like not only do they not give him background and he's the rival. First off, you don't see his second or third at bats after they establish that he's the rival. He doesn't fucking matter anymore.
No, you see his second bat. You don't get his third.
Whatever the case is, right? You see, he's still perfect at the end of 7, meaning we missed his at bat. Oh shit, we can't use the rival at the end of the game because this is a perfect game. What if we establish another shitty character who's never swung a fucking bat before and he's gonna be the guy? like it's just, man, they at least honestly, at least they kept it true to baseball and I give them some credit for that, but like, who cares?
Yeah, and I mean, they set up like the rivalry, and then they don't tell you like why you should care about the rivalry. They're just like, yeah, he's a Yankees player and he's a dick.
And also the idea that like if he throws a perfect game, the batters don't fucking matter, right? Like,
right.
Who gives a shit about the emotionality? At the end of it, right? The baseball is not as important as the love story, and the love story doesn't happen without baseball. So both parts kind of like devalue themselves, and the whole thing's just who the fuck cares, right?
Right.
Another shitty thing that I have, like, as much as I say that the tropes aren't egregiously stupid, like, there are definitely blind spots in them. When they're divorcing, she says she's going to fucking London for work or whatever the hell, and like, all right, I'm retiring from baseball. I have all of the time in the world for my wife who doesn't want to be my wife. I'm going to get on a plane and go to London and just hope I run into her in a city filled with literally millions of people. You just got lucky enough that while it was nice enough to play a baseball game, the flight couldn't leave because of weather. Fuck right off, dude. Like, I've been in an airport before. Yeah, every flight in the afternoon gets fucking delayed and it's fine, but like by an hour or two. Not, man, I hope I catch her in the airport so she doesn't fucking go to London. And then, even after he finds her in the airport by the dumbest fucking stroke of luck in the world, now what? She's out of a job and you just retired? Fucking good one, dumbass, right? Like, there's blind spots in the tropes that, like, really just, man, you did so well at caring about, like, the integrity of baseball and a batting order and a perfect fucking game. You didn't give a shit about why the flight couldn't leave on a bright sunny day where they're watching the baseball game of the bright sunny day from the airport in the same fucking city. It's really fucking stupid. They also established the love interest's daughter specifically so that Chapel could save her from being fucking kidnapped, not actually being kidnapped. She went under her own free will and then left with a stranger. Fucking dumbass kids in the 90s. And then they're just like, well, my mom really likes you, while they're on the plane together, and then the daughter just fucks off and dies somewhere, like doesn't exist ever again. Like, there's so many fucking blind spots.
She goes to college, but
she fucks off and dies. She's not relevant. She doesn't have another speaking line. It's just some random fucking teenage kid who wouldn't care about baseball watching fucking baseball. It's a fucking, it's so goddamn stupid. There's just a ton of fucking blind spots, dude.
Yeah.
And above all else, stop fucking casting Kevin Costner for a baseball movie. Give me somebody fucking interesting with a shred of personality. I get that he looks like he knows how to throw a baseball, but fuck right off. Give me somebody the fuck else. He's done 3 of them. Fuck off.
I mean, like, to be honest, like, any baseball movies that he does that's not Field of Dreams or Bull Durham aren't going to be as good as Field of Dreams or Bull Durham. So what's the point?
And none of them are going to be major league, so he still sucks. Find a better actor, dude. How is Charlie Sheen more exciting in a fucking baseball movie than fucking Kevin Costner? And we give Costner 3 of them. Yeah, but Charlie Sheen has never acted well in fucking anything. Like, that dude's a fucking bum. He's terrible in everything he's ever fucking done. Like, everything.
Platoon.
I didn't hear you, I'm sorry.
Platoon.
He's still terrible in fucking Platoon. He looks lost the whole time. What's that camera doing over there in Vietnam? Because he's on so many fucking drugs he doesn't know he's acting. Like, he's terrible in everything he's ever fucking done. And that guy gets one baseball movie. And we give Costner 3 of them.
Wait, he's not in the second Major League movie?
I kind of don't think so. If memory serves, he's not in the second Major League movie. I'm pretty sure it's an entirely different roster, except for the fucking
Tom Berenger and
Berenger's in a different role, and who's the fucking dude that can't hit anything but the fastball? He hits the fastball a million fucking miles. He can't hit the curveball. I can't think of the dude's fucking name.
Wesley Snipes.
It wasn't Wesley Snipes. I don't know.
He plays Willie Mays Hayes.
No, I'm not talking about Hayes, because Hayes isn't in the second one. He got traded. No. The big, like, home run hit. It's not fucking important. I don't need to derail this. My point is that, like, Charlie Sheen gets a baseball movie. Maybe he gets the second one. He sure as shit doesn't get the third one. He's interesting and exciting, and he can't fucking act. And we give Costner 3 of them. Cast somebody the fuck else. God damn.
Well, I guess we'll go into rankings if you're done.
I was gonna say, unless you got more dislikes, yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
No, I don't have any more dislikes.
All right.
All right. This is second from the bottom for me.
Real that bad? Man.
I don't hate it, which is why it's not like below it's murder. But despite, I think this is objectively a better movie than what the fuck is
Crime Wave?
Crime Wave. But like, if you're gonna come up to me and say which one would I'd rather watch Crime Wave, because I will at least like laugh my ass off at how fucking stupid and ridiculous Crime Wave is. Like, I get more entertainment out of Crime Wave.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that this is a bad movie, right?
No, I don't think it's a bad movie either. It's just, if I'm going to watch a baseball movie, there's a million others I'd rather watch.
There are 2 better ones that are a Kevin Costner baseball movie. That's that. Like, I'm not arguing on its behalf, right? I just feel like this is the mediocrity of movies, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure nostalgia plays into that for me, right? Like,
yeah, and this is the first time I've ever seen this movie, so
my struggle here, I think I'm going to put it 4th from last, in between A Simple Plan and Crime Wave.
All right.
Look, baseball nostalgia, you get to hear Vin Scully's voice, and that should be worth a couple of points at least. You know what I mean? But no, I look, it's not a bad movie. It's not terrible. But you're about to launch a sports movie, and it's a baseball movie with Kevin Costner. And once you realize he's the pitcher, you know it's going to be a perfect game, because no one ever writes a fucking sports movie that doesn't end with the good guy getting the perfect thing, except for Rocky 1. But like,
oh wait. There is another one.
There are plenty of others. I'm being a shithead. We're moving along. I was about
to say Slapshot.
Yeah, I was gonna say and fucking Slapshot and fucking Creed and fucking. But like, no, the point here is that, like, when you turn on a sports movie, you expect to see the good guys win, and the only shocking outcome is how they manage to fucking blow it at the end, and that very rarely happens, right? Like, you know how much? Look. This movie is very, very middle-of-the-road average, not good, not bad. It just kind of exists. If he blew his perfect game in the 9th, said I retired, gets to the fucking airport in London, and she's like, yeah, you sucked at the end, but I guess we're still gonna be fine, after they both lose their fucking jobs because she doesn't go to London, that's a way shittier movie, dude. That's garbage bottom-of-the-barrel dumb shit, right? Like, you have to end it this way, because of course you fucking did. You've been setting it up for 2 hours. Like, so I think that, like, it's perfect mediocrity. It's exactly what you expect when you launch the movie. And once again, it is a Kevin Costner baseball movie, and you've seen it 2 other times, but better. I don't know if I've made that point clear enough, but I really hope I drove it home.
All right.
All right. Well, I think that wraps us up here. As always, thank you guys for watching. You can check out plenty of other movie podcast episodes here on this channel. You can also check out all kinds of other gaming content that's here, and some other podcasts that exist various other places. Just explore the YouTube. If you're interested in our own personal content, you can check that out on. You can check us both out on Twitch. Excuse me, my brain just fucking died. Kevin Costner. My brain fucking died. So you can catch us both on Twitch. Stallman at Traductus and myself at Ted Green Eagles. And then you can watch movies with us on Sunday nights in the Discord. That link should be in the description below, so you can come in and join us. With that, next week we get The Gift. So we'll see you here for that one. Thanks for watching, and see you next week. Adios.
See you guys.